I think fishing is probably the most wholesome and learning experience and appreciation of nature of anything you can do. If you would just observe the ducks, the geese, the clouds. I could go on and on. Sundays, it's almost like I'm going to church out there. I'm having service on the water. I mean, I'm right with the band. I do believe.
Yeah, I think Mac Byrum one of the most influential anglers in the Carolinas, especially Western North Carolina. We're lucky to have him on Lake Norman. He's helped countless anglers over the years become better and enjoy their time out on the water.
I was born in Greenville, North Carolina. I joined the U.S. Navy. I served in Malta, Maine. Oh, I married Frankie. She was a nurse. And we moved to the lake. And then I got into channel fishing on Lake Norman back in the 80s. Had no blues then. And you could catch hundreds in a day of little small ones up to maybe 1.5 pounds. And I met an old fella that ran a bait shop, and he would tell me where to fish. And I would go into his place when I got cold. He had just a wood stove in there, you know, a potbelly stove. And he'd let me get warm, and he'd just get your butt out of here and go back to fishing. And back then, we didn't have GPS stuff from monitors and, you know, fish finders. He would give me how to triangulate. He would tell me, you look over there, and back over here, and you just line them up, and you get right over here, and you're gonna catch the fish. And I always caught fish, you know. Back in the old days, when I was at the campground, the guys there would only go fishing with me once or twice. The reason being, we went out at sunrise and we came back as the sun was setting. And they would say, you know, like at lunch, you want to go back and get some soup and sandwiches? I said, the fish are biting. From that, I really got carried away with it. And then I made the mistake of catching 2 nice stripers right at the end of '86. Zepco 33 now, 10-pound test. I wasted 2 night crawlers and just threw them out. No rod holders, sitting out in front of the boat with my foot on each butt of the rod. And all of a sudden, one just bends over and is pulling drag. And I get it, then the other one goes off. And 2 striper fishermen ride over him. And says, what did you catch? So I hold them up and said, dang man, they're stripers. Where'd you catch them? I said, right there. And they went to a striper tournament, and they hadn't even caught one. And here I am throwing out night crawlers and catching a striper. When I catch a fish, it's the fight. Once it's over, you know, it's over. I got to do it again and do it again. It's very addictive, very addictive. And they say, well, don't you hate you lost that big one? Now, I'm not going to go back to that spot that I lost it tomorrow, but you better believe in a week or 2, I'm going to be in that general area and find that fish. The reason I started writing articles on catfishing was going back to my striper days when nobody would share information. The catfishing group, pretty much the same. I decided I would have no secrets. I get emails, PMs, stuff from fishermen all over. Some of them tournament fishermen, experienced fishermen, that I just share a little knowledge and they try it. And they write me and say, dang man, that works, you know. The rewards and the pleasure of fishing, I get almost as much teaching. That's why you do it. That's your fuel to keep doing it. I've met people from all over the world, Japan, Taiwan, Hawaii, almost every state in the Union. And I would say out of all of them, 99 or maybe 98% were just good people, sportsmen, a lot of them were sportsmen. And it just seems like people that like to fish have a tendency to like people. I had a dude that was 90, he was celebrating 95th, 96th birthday. I would hook the fish and hand the rod to him. And he would sit there and slowly bring that fish in. I would net it, put it in his lap, and he's just grinning. You know, he didn't even have to pay me. Just seeing a happy old man.
I think every fishing community has somebody like Mac. That special angler who not only loves the sport, but also likes giving back and helping others. We're really lucky to have somebody like Mac Byrum in our fishing community.
I don't know if this is the gospel or not, but I've been told God does not count the time that you fish when he's figuring your last hair on your head. I hope that's true, because I've got a bunch of it racked up.